I'm Conor Dwyer, Olympic gold medalist, and I'm proud to be a Team 24 athlete. Leaving high school, I wasn't very highly recruited. A lot of college coaches said no. I was 5'9", 165 pounds, and not one of the fastest kids in Illinois. I kind of took that as a chip on my shoulder. I was one of the hardest workers, but luckily enough, the University of Iowa gave me an opportunity to walk on, and I just started growing and being the hardest worker on the team that I was in high school. I did 2 years at Iowa. I wasn't that happy with not making NCAAs, so I ended up transferring down to the University of Florida my junior year, again, where the coach gave me an opportunity to walk on there. That's kind of where my career took off, was leaving the University of Iowa and taking that chance to see what I could do in the sport of swimming and push myself as far as I could go.
When I think of Conor, I think him being the underdog and never being in the spotlight pushed him even more to be better and to work even harder. So there was never a moment that I would doubt his work ethic, just because he was always pushing himself and it was always his priority to be working hard all the time.
My coach, Greg Troy, who gave me a chance to swim at the University of Florida, pushed me to places I never thought I could go. I was honestly scared. And the first Monday I get there, he throws me next to Ryan Lochte, Peter Vanderkay, and 4 NCAA champions, and he gives me a set that's 2400s, long course on 5 minutes, which I've never done something that far in my life. And he said, "All right, Hawkeye, let's see what you got." And he made me lead next to Ryan Lochte and Peter Vanderkay, both Olympic champions. I did end up hanging with them for about 4 of them and then just died off the face of the earth for the rest of the 16, but I never took swimming that seriously until I got to the University of Florida and realized what it took to be an Olympic champion. And growing, I'm now 6'4", 200 pounds. I went from being a walk-on nobody at the University of Iowa to winning every event I swam at the NCAAs my junior year of college.
I'd known Conor Dwyer for a number of years when he was swimming in college at the University of Florida. He is the epitome of hard work, strong ethic, and wants to be one of the best in the world.
We get to Olympic trials 2 years later. The 400 freestyle, I would have to say, is by far one of the biggest, and I've used the term scariest meets I've ever been a part of. I swam on day 1 in an arena filled with 13,000 people. I had all my family support staff there. The event before me, I hear fireworks going off. So I realize I'm finally at the big show. This is my opportunity. That 400 free, I was in 7th place at the 200, so I think I had my family a little nervous. But that last 50, I turned and visualized all the hard work, all the things that my coaches said to me about making the team, and I passed 5 guys, got my hand on the wall. My training partner got first, I got second. And then again, 2 nights later, I get to step up, race Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte, toe-to-toe in front of 13,000 people. I battled against them, barely lost, but I made the relay, and all that came to me was a big smile on my face. I looked up at my family. They were in a dog pile in the stands, and it was probably one of the happiest moments of my life. Funny enough, my grandfather had one rule growing up: no piercings, no tattoos, but he knew that it's kind of a fraternity thing that I've always wanted to do. If I make that Olympic team, I want to get the Olympic rings. And right there in the hotel lobby, in front of all the grandchildren, all 4 of them there, he said, "All right, Conor, you can get the Olympic rings tattooed." So that brought a big smile to my face. Going to my first Olympic Games was a crazy experience. We were lucky enough to have one of the greatest U.S. swim teams ever to be assembled for the London Olympic Games. They told us to treat it like any other meet, even though there's billions of people watching, you're representing your country, and they kind of helped calm my nerves. I swam the 400 free, got 5th place, which I was okay with for my first race, but I knew that my main goal was to get on that relay and swim with those guys. A couple nights earlier, because I got 5th, my coaches wanted me to swim in the morning relay of prelims of the 4x2 to make sure I had what it took. I swam the fastest split in the world by a couple tenths, so the coaches, all 6 of the staff members, came up to me and said, "Conor, get ready. You're about to swim in your first Olympic final." I get in that ready room, ready to swim in the biggest meet of my life. And Phelps just lost the 200 fly for the first time in his career in an international race. And he comes into the ready room. I'm the rookie on the team, the youngest guy by 4 years, and he says, "Conor, you better get me a lead. I don't want to get run down like Ryan from the Frenchman." So not only did I have the pressure of everyone tuning in, representing my country, representing my family the best I can, I had the greatest Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, telling me, the rookie on the team, to get him a lead. But luckily enough, I came out, and Ryan had an amazing lead off. I continued, built an even bigger lead. Ricky continued the lead, and Michael brought it home, and we won it by a good margin. It gives me chills thinking about it when I see the picture of us in a huddle, and Michael, I remember everything he said. "Thanks for helping me become the most winningest athlete of all time in the Olympic Games." And I got to stand on the podium and sing the national anthem with my teammates. It's something I'll never forget. I'll hopefully get to tell my kids about, and I'm trying to accomplish and do more at the 2016 Olympic Games. From going to London, I experienced a lot. I got a gold medal, but it also made me hungrier, wanting to accomplish more in the sport. I want to see what I can do at my prime, and I think there's a lot more to accomplish this year. I would say my advice to the world would be to try and be the hardest working person in the room, and you bust your butt, then I think good things will happen to those that work hard. Hi, I'm Olympic gold medalist Conor Dwyer, and I'm proud to represent 24-Hour Fitness at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio. Go Team 24.